Alright, this is Mr. C's reminder booklet. It is the children's book that I made for Jumpstart Week 2. This is just a reminder for me. Most of my students call me Mr. C. This is just a little booklet for me to remember the important things from this week, and so that I don't get off track of what kind of teacher that I want to be. So this first page right here, it's get your content down. Has a little globe there for the content. This is just a reminder for me as an intervention specialist that I need to not only just help accommodating and modifying assignments for my students, but that I also need to be just as aware of the content as the general education teacher that I'll be working with. So that's just a reminder of that. Next one is plan together. That's pretty self-explanatory. Just how it's just so important to be able to have a collaborative planning time with your co-teacher, and just so that you're not stepping on each other's toes. You know exactly what to do and when to do it, and that everybody is aware of every plan, and that just that we're very proactive with planning as well. Encourage your students to get involved. I don't want my students in whether it's like in a resource room or in a special ed classroom, I don't want them to feel like they are separated when they're in an inclusion room. I don't want to feel like they're like the kids over to the side in the corner. I want them to feel like they can still participate in the same content that the typical students are doing. I don't want them to feel left out or separated. Next one is always communicate. This is also pretty self-explanatory, but equally important. Having communication is like one of the most important things for co-teaching. You're literally teaching with another teacher. There should be a variety of one person teaching and another person listening, and vice versa, and parallel teaching. It shouldn't just be one person teaching and one person listening or observing all the time. So yeah, that's what this page is for, just to remind myself that communication is just one of the most essential things for being a successful co-teaching team. Next page is which teacher is which. Sorry, my cat just jumped onto the couch. Gonna knock over the microphone. So in pretty much all the components, they listed some form of some way where if someone was like observing your class, they wouldn't be able to tell which teacher is which, and that each teacher should have a large variety of roles, and so there shouldn't always be one teacher that's just helping and one teacher that's just instructing. So that's a very important thing that we talked about this week, is to know what your role is and when to play that role, and not just to play the same role all the time. And then the last one is you are responsible for change and development. So this one is just to remind myself that it's not just on the students or just on my other co-teacher to make the change and development happen, from being a beginning stage co-teaching team to a collaborative co-teaching team, that it's up to both of us, not just one of us or the students, to make that successful. So we are the ones that are primarily responsible for making this a cohesive and collaborative classroom. So that's the end of my book. Hope you guys like it.